England didn't lose this match in the 92nd minute. They lost it the moment they decided a one-goal lead was something to protect instead of something to build on. For 55 minutes, Thomas Tuchel's England played the better football, more composed, more direct, more dangerous in transition. Then Anthony Gordon buried a cross from Morgan Rogers and everything changed. Not for Argentina, for England. They stopped attacking. They started surviving. And survival against Lionel Messi in the 89th minute of a World Cup semifinal is a death sentence. Going into this semifinal, the story wasn't Argentina's brilliance, it was Argentina's fragility. This is a team that needed extra time to beat Cape Verde, a nation of 500,000 people playing in its first ever World Cup. A team that fell 2-0 to Egypt in the round of 16 before scoring 3 goals in 15 frantic minutes to survive. A team that needed a Switzerland red card in the 72nd minute of a quarterfinal just to force extra time. Every round, the same headline: Argentina is running out of road. Casual fans saw a champion running on fumes. They saw a 39-year-old captain who could still produce moments of brilliance, but not for 90 straight minutes anymore. England, meanwhile, arrived rested and rehearsed. Jude Bellingham in his prime, Harry Kane hunting the one knockout goal that had eluded him for a decade of near misses. A backline that hadn't been stretched the way Argentina's had. The read was simple. Argentina's chaos would finally catch up with them, and England's discipline would be the team standing at the final whistle. Here's the blind spot nobody accounted for. Lionel Scaloni wasn't building his team to control 90 minutes. He was building it to win the last 20. Entering this match, Argentina had already scored 9 goals after the 75th minute at this tournament, more than any other team in the field. That's not luck. That's a designed pattern. Bank possession in the middle third, absorb pressure without panicking, and detonate the instant the opponent's legs start to go. England had no answer prepared for a team engineered to peak exactly when England's own game plan was set to expire. Watch the shape after Gordon's goal. England drop into a mid-block, 2 banks of 4, content to hold their line and let Argentina come to them. On paper, that's discipline. It's the textbook response to a lead. In practice, it hands the game's rhythm to the one player alive who thrives on slow, patient build-up: Messi. Argentina shift into overloads on the left, 3 players rotating into the same channel, dragging England's fullback out of shape and forcing the center backs to choose between stepping out to close the space or staying deep to protect it. Every choice they make is wrong. Step out, and Messi finds the pocket behind him. Stay deep, and Argentina's midfield walks the ball forward completely unchallenged, 20, 30 yards at a time. Minute after minute, the same pattern repeats. Argentina probes left, gets nothing, resets, probes again. It looks harmless. It isn't. It's a team draining a battery. England's legs, England's concentration, England's discipline to hold that same shape for the 40th straight time. Now, trace the crucial moment, the 85th minute equalizer. 20 seconds before the goal, England's press is already broken. Jordan Pickford is forced into a rushed clearance under pressure he wouldn't have felt an hour earlier. Argentina recycles possession through midfield, patient, unhurried, in no rush to force anything. Messi receives on the half turn, facing a defense that's been chasing shadows for half an hour. He doesn't need to create the chance himself. A single glance toward goal is enough to drag 2 defenders half a step out of position, and he slides the ball to Enzo Fernandez, arriving late and completely unmarked outside the box. Fernandez doesn't rush it either. He sets himself, bends a left-footed strike inside the far post. Pickford gets a hand to it. It isn't enough. Rewind further. This chance doesn't exist without the previous 90 seconds. England win the ball back cleanly in their own half, a promising moment to break the pattern, and instead of releasing it long, into space, into the exact kind of transition that could have ended the game, they hold it deep, safe, and slow. That single decision, made under no real pressure, is the one that costs them the match. Argentina simply waits for the ball to come back, because it always does. That's not a moment of individual brilliance. That's a positional cascade! A defense that had been retreating for 30 straight minutes, structurally sound in theory, finally punished for the one thing it was built to avoid: conceding the initiative. 7 minutes later, Messi does it again. He drifts wide, drags a defender out of the backline with him, and delivers the cross for Lautaro Martinez to head home the winner completely. unmarked. Same trap, same blind spot. England never adjusted, because by the 92nd minute, there was nothing left to adjust with. Look at England's body language after the 70th minute. Shoulders dropping between plays, passes going short and safe instead of forward and direct, players checking over their shoulder before receiving the ball, buying an extra half second they didn't need an hour earlier. This isn't a team collapsing from fitness, it's a team collapsing from hesitation.
Argentina's approach after taking the lead in previous rounds was to keep the ball moving relentlessly, forcing opponents into a chase they physically can't sustain for 90 minutes. Here, it's the reverse dynamic. England, sitting on a lead, effectively pressed themselves into exhaustion, covering enormous ground without ever dictating where the game actually went. Running hard, running scared, running in the wrong direction.
Kane later admitted his team had the ball and the lead and still couldn't apply pressure with it. That's the real collapse, not legs. Decision-making under pressure, minute after minute, choice after choice, until the dam broke twice in 7 minutes. By the 90th minute, England's defenders are chasing runners they had contained comfortably an hour earlier. The same bodies, the same recovery pace, roughly. The players haven't changed.
The belief has! And against a team built specifically to exploit that exact moment, belief is the only thing that was ever going to matter. Compare it to Argentina's bench, standing the entire final 15 minutes, urging their teammates forward every time the ball is recycled. No fear of the clock, no sense that time is something to defend against. For a team that has now trailed or been level in every knockout match this tournament, the final whistle isn't the enemy. It's the trigger.
This wasn't a fluke comeback, it was a blueprint executed on schedule. Argentina didn't outplay England for 90 minutes, they outlasted them because their entire tournament had been built around exactly this scenario, round after round, from Cape Verde to Egypt to Switzerland to this. For England, the lesson is brutal. A lead against a team built for the final act isn't safety, it's a countdown clock. Tuchel's men had the platform to close the game out in the 55th minute and instead ceded every inch of momentum the moment they stopped attacking. This is the 4th straight major tournament England have exited a knockout stage having led or drawn level late, only to fall apart in the final stretch. At some point, that stops being circumstance and starts being pattern. The same pattern Argentina has now exploited twice in 3 tournaments. For Argentina, it's confirmation, not celebration. Sunday's final against Spain won't be won by whichever team controls the ball for longer or looks sharper for 70 minutes. It will be decided the same way every knockout game has been decided this summer, in the moments when everyone else has nothing left and Messi still does. Spain will know exactly what's coming. Knowing it and stopping it are 2 very different problems, and England just found that out the hard way in front of 80,000 people in Atlanta. So, here's the question nobody wants to answer honestly. Did Argentina produce a tactical masterclass built for late-game execution? Or did England hand them the game the second they decided a 1-goal lead was something to protect instead of extend? Drop your answer below, I'll read the best ones.